Welcome back. Didn't film this yesterday because, just didn't happen. So I decided to film it today. Our roommate recently moved out, and it's pretty weird, first of all, not having a roommate. I mean, I know I live with my husband, but we're always in each other's space anyway, but now it's like we don't have another person here, and we've first experience like this. And I mean, because we're in the process of moving to a smaller apartment anyway, but right now we're still in the same apartment and he's just gone, and we miss our buddy. It's like there's a different energy now because there's only two people, and we're very lazy, so um, we still have to pack a whole bunch of stuff, like our kitchen and any random object that we find. The closets are probably, I mean, we got one basically down, but we just have a lot of stuff. I've had to get rid of furniture. I mean, it's mostly a roommate. He couldn't bring all of the stuff back down, so he's like, okay, we can just throw it away. But at our apartment, the landlady, or yeah, she's like, no, you can't put your stuff there. I'm gonna charge you for it. And we've seen like other people put stuff there to throw away. So I mean, I guess if she doesn't catch you, she can't charge you. But really frustrating. Had to put everything up on all the items up on Craigslist. If you can, what was it? If you can haul it, you can have it. That's what I made the ad, and almost everything was taken. So, guess it worked. But it's kind of sad not having our buddy here anymore. We're actually, and being in Washington is he was our only like actual friend here. So now we have to make new friends. Socialization. Gotta actually try to be nice and everything. Okay, I'll try. But in the meantime, since we have downtime now, my husband and I, Francisco and I, we've been looking up a lot of stuff on the tiny house movement. The tiny houses. We're so into it. I mean, I know we don't have enough money yet, but it's doable for one thing, and we would be able to travel. The only thing is we don't have like a career situation where we can't afford it yet, or be on the road yet. But I mean, we don't have the house yet anyway. We're gonna have to wait a couple years so we can save up the money to even build it, and that'll take like a year or so to build, and then we can start traveling. But it's so cool. I mean, the only thing, okay, so we're trying to figure out a way to possibly have two loft bed areas instead of just one, for it'd just be really nice. I mean, in the meantime, we can have it be like a hangout area. In the future, we can put a bed up there. But then we have to figure out stairs or ladders, and I mean, stairs are the better option because then you don't have to. I mean, it's just easier to get up there. I mean, ladders are nice. There's some really good ladders, but you have to be agile and able to climb up. And after my whole medical issue a couple years ago, where I could barely walk upstairs, a ladder would have been too much, and I would have been sleeping like on the couch for a good, let's say, a month, because I was basically unable to do things for like a month. Like walking to the bathroom, I had to take my walker with me. I don't have to now. I'm back to being my able self. I can do all these things now, but I'm not having that. I'm not, mm-mm, mm-mm. If I'm not able to get up to my bed. Like, when I first got sick, like, I had to take the elevator to get up to our second story apartment. I literally couldn't walk up the stairs. So, I'm not really into the idea of the ladder. It's an option, definitely. But if I'm gonna build my own, like, little house, I want stairs. And then the stairs can have the storage in it, the shelving, you know, you can put your shoes underneath or something. I mean, it might take up space. Like, I've seen people put it, like, in the main area in front of the door, next to the door. And I've also seen one where they made, like, a kind of extra area to, like, bring the stairs up and around. So that'd be cool. But then also, well, they did have an extra door. It's possible. It's all possible. And then, like, we might be able to build it, say, I know my husband his parents have some land down in California. We might be able to build it there. That'd be nice, because they have all that space. Because we were worried, like, where the hell are we going to build this thing? Because you have to find a plot of land or find someone who has a plot of land. Like, there's all these legal issues to have a tiny home. I'm wondering where our mail would go. Like, do we get a P.O. box or do we have it sent to someone else's house? You know? And then, I just thought of this. Francisco orders things off of Amazon all the time. And if we don't have an address to just pick it up, I feel like he hasn't thought this through. He loves ordering stuff off Amazon. We love online ordering. It's so easy. I got my glasses online. If I don't have an address, do I need a P.O. box? And then where's the best place to have that? Is it better to have it near like, would it be better to have that near our family in California? Or, you know, up here? Or somewhere in the middle of America? Who knows? I guess it depends on where we'd be staying. I mean, I know we're thinking about, since we're thinking of traveling with it, you know, we could stay for 6 months to a year in one area and move on. We'd have to buy a truck specifically to tow the house. That's extra money. And the traveling would be very, very slow. I saw someone say that it max they could go was like 45 on the highway. That's something I didn't really expect, but you know, it pays, you know, to have your house go wherever you go and not have a mobile home. It would be more like specifically designed, personally designed, whatever. I've seen some pretty crazy ones. And, you know, I'd like to have a say in what my house looks like. And if it's a tiny house, it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper. And I don't really need a big house. I know we want kids in the future. But, I mean, then we can move then, you know? Like, it makes sense for us. Like, we're the kind of people that it would work for. Not everybody can. Not everybody would enjoy it. But, I mean, it kind of works with our vibe. It kind of works with our lifestyle. We could downsize a lot. We could save a lot. And then we just have our house with us everywhere. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. We can have a little, either a little deck area, or we saw someone that had like a window that opened up on the roof and she just sat on top of the house. If we have maybe some railings, that'd be cool. We don't need the railings if it's just us, because, you know, we're not dumb. We're not going to fall off. But I mean, we can have a little sitting area like on top of our house. Who doesn't want that? That's so cool. I want a tiny house. And I don't have the money for it, and I don't have the space for it, and I don't have the skill set to build it, so we'd have to find someone else to build it, but I want a tiny house. Oh well. So, I'll probably talk more about that in the future. If we make any set, it probably will be a while because we don't have the means to do it right now. But it's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. I really want one. He even like mapped out the dimensions of it and what we'd need, and like if we stick to like a $65,000 goal for the whole thing, for just the house, because you got to add on the truck onto that, but put the truck aside for now. We're just talking about the house for now. And if we keep it around 65, then I think I did the math. You can save up like at least $5,500 a month, and you might be able to get it done in like a year. And the most expensive thing to buy would be the trailer underneath that you build it on, the foundation of it. Because you want to buy a new one because it's going to be carrying a big old house, so you don't want something that's going to break down, So you want a good one, and it's like at least like $4,000, I think, for a nice one. So that'll be a big chunk of the money right there. That can be our first big investment, and then the rest of it will come as you go, So it's not 65 all at once, it's over time. It's doable. It's a little daunting, but it's doable. And I don't want like a big old mansion or anything. Like, we eventually want to have land. We want to have a garden, all that junk. And if we do end up plopping our house down somewhere, we can just build a deck around it and add extra space. It's going to have a bunch of windows in it anyway. Like, I'm not going to build just walls. It's going to have a bunch of windows because you want the airflow and you want the light and everything. I would love it. I would love it. I don't need a whole lot of space. I mean, I do like space, but if I can go outside, and it would actually make me go outside probably a bit more if it were smaller inside. Anyway, I think that's my rant for today. I want a tiny house. Do you? Well, let me know, I guess. Do you have a tiny house? Do you know who can build my tiny house? Let me know, because I want to know who's out there that can do this for me. We don't have the money yet, so I don't have to worry about that quite yet, but I'm looking into prospects. You gotta get your plan down a little bit first before you really get into it. Otherwise, you're just gonna be stressing yourself out the entire time. It's already stressful. You don't have to make it worse. Anyway, okay. I'm done talking. I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.